Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Rock Channel. I'm Tyson.
And I am Victor.
The Rock Channel is a podcast dedicated to all things rock. On this week's episode, we have a special show for you. We have the band The Impulsive interview for you, our listeners, straight into your fucking ear holes. We also have a few great topics from the music industry across the world. We will be discussing that very soon coming up on the Rock Channel, so sit back, relax, turn the dial up, and get ready to blow your fucking mind. It's a pleasure to be bringing you episode 2 today. It's going to be a great episode for sure. How are you feeling today, Victor?
Pretty good.
Well, I'm doing pretty good myself. A lot of cool things to discuss today. Like one, for instance, our band Tyrant Sun will be playing with Gemini Syndrome this Friday, which I'm super fucking pumped about. Are you?
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, actually, not only Friday, Saturday, we're going to be playing at All-Star Rock Bar. That's right across from Worlds of Fun, if anybody's familiar with Kansas City. But we're actually going to be headlining that show, so that's pretty exciting in itself. What do you think?
It's a good first headlining show, man.
First headlining show here in Kansas City, so we're both pretty excited about it. It's going to be a great show, doing really big things with Tyrant Sun, so looking forward to that. Well, hell yeah, let's get straight to the news for this week.
All right, well, for the news, we have a few items we've been looking at. First one, we have Killswitch Engage's Jesse Leach disconnects from social media. Interesting topic.
Yeah, disconnecting from social media. I mean, as in like no Facebook, no Instagram, no YouTube, no... What else is there? Twitter? No Twitter?
Probably no nothing.
What would we have done that? Like 10 years ago, there was no social media, was there? Or 15 years ago?
Yeah, well, 15 years ago or so was nothing. And now it seems there's one popping up every day.
When you go out to eat or when you go anywhere, you see families now in booths or at tables. Every single one of them has their phone in front of their face.
Yes.
And
I am of the strong belief that social media is killing interpersonal relationships, but...
Well, 9 times out of 10, every single member of the family has their phone in front of them, and they're 9 times out of 10 on Facebook or Twitter or whatnot.
Well, I'm less concerned with the families, because families, I think, used to hate each other even before that. But yeah. What just absolutely kills me, when I see two people dating, they're out on a date, and... They're both looking on their phones, absolutely ignoring each other.
So they're on a date. The sole purpose of the date is to connect with each other, become closer to each other, and they are 100% ignoring each other.
Or they're texting each other.
How are you texting somebody who is literally 2 feet in front of you? I do not understand that. Like, remember the old phones, like the Nokia phones?
Yeah.
Like, even then, they're sitting there, that was the start of it, man. They're sitting there playing the game Snake while on a date.
That's
trying to eat the apple.
That's old school.
That's old school, very old school. All right, so what's the article say about Jesse Leach?
Yeah. Well, it says that this has been happening before. You have a lot of personalities on social media that eventually tire of defending themselves and their opinions and then decide to move on. So basically, we're just adding one more name to this list. Killswitch Engage's Jesse Leach, who just posted its plan to disconnect, if not permanently, at least for some time. So I've seen this a lot, not only with musicians, but with some actors. Now it seems that lately, pretty much, there's outrage for whatever you say.
Yeah.
You say something...
Everybody's so sensitive and not politically correct and this and that.
You say something pro this party or against this party, half of the freaking country gets on your head. Or you say
it out of proportion.
Pro-LGBT, anti-LGBT, or whatever it is, pro-abortion, anti-abortion, it doesn't really matter. It seems that no matter which side of an argument you fall on, and also... It doesn't even matter how reasonable you are. You can be mildly opposed or mildly for something. And it seems to still be like the worst thing ever.
What happened to freedom of speech?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's...
you're free to speak, but then the repercussions come.
I know. Well, it's even better. I've actually... I don't remember who said it, but it was that it's even better than in like communist Russia during Stalin, because at that time you had the state crushing down freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Now you have people policing each other, basically on the same thing. So it's even better. The state doesn't even have to do anything. Now just people will get on your head for saying anything.
Well, it's crazy. Like comics in the comedy field, stand-up comedy, musicians, actors, they can actually damage their careers by things they say. So
by saying one thing.
Yeah, I would understand Jesse Leach getting away from social media, because if you think about it, if he's not on social media, he has absolutely very much less chance of ruining his career. So I think smart choice by him. Yeah.
I mean, at some point, if 5 people see it, 10 people see it, even if 100 people see it, okay, you have a few, 2, 3 that cause a ruckus. But when you're someone that's a little more well-known, you can have thousands of people showering you with hate over something. And it becomes, and exactly because he says about this, he says that his inability to state exactly what he wants to say about this disappointment in the current state of affairs in the world. Not exactly, they don't say what exactly he said about what, but I don't think it matters. All of this led to frustration. It's clearly a brainwashed, agenda-driven people. So I totally agree with this. So it seems that there are camps forming. People are no longer. It used to be before that, a lot of people were taking, were understanding jokes, were taking even politics less seriously. Like years back, and now it's more and more that these separate camps are forming of people that are absolutists. If you don't agree with them on every single issue, you are a retard. You're a Nazi. You're a communist. You're whatever it is that you are. Social justice warrior on one hand, a bigot, Islamophobe, or sexist, or whatever on the other hand. I personally think everyone is losing their minds.
Yes.
So he says here, in short, I feel numb. When I'm not numb, I'm angry. I've realized I have to disconnect for a while.
Well, I completely understand where all this is coming from. Everything's getting misconstrued, too. Because if you think about it, the reason why you call somebody on the phone is to understand their emotion and their voice, to understand things like that. And every one of us is 100% guilty of it. It's the same thing about texting. Like, you text somebody and that person can't understand the emotion that's behind that text because it's just words. So therefore things get misconstrued, and there comes anger, and there comes misconception. And it's just, it's completely unnecessary and unneeded. Somebody can't just pick up the phone and call and say, hey, how's it going anymore. It's got to be, hey, how's it going, through a text message. And that just leads to more text messaging. And so therefore we're becoming more desensitized and less connected to human emotion. And
I remember the time when text messages was used to send really short information bits from a person to another.
I'm here.
Instead of calling them and talking to them, it was easier to say, I'm here, or getting home in 10 minutes or something.
Or come over.
But now
booty call.
Booty call. But now it seems you just start on it and it never ends. And you're like, okay, we've been, destroying our thumbs for the past half an hour. Why didn't we just call each other to begin with?
Well, I'm guilty of it too. Like, I write novels really fast. Like, I can probably type with my thumbs faster than I can type on a keyboard. And what I wrote in 30 minutes, I probably could have said in 2 minutes over a phone.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So it's completely inefficient as well.
We've completely branched away from this topic, but
anyway. So I don't know. That's pretty much
what Jesse Leach has to say about that topic.
What he says, he writes a whole huge thing here that I'm not gonna go in and read everything. But that was the main thing, and I think I agree totally with him.
He is actually the original lead singer of Killswitch Engage before they got their or the replacement lead singer. The black gentleman. I don't know what his name was.
I don't know either.
But he was a good lead. I liked him as a lead singer as well.
Yeah,
but,
No, he was a good lead
Jesse
singer.
Leach is actually a lot heavier than that guy, though. I do believe.
And anyway, I mean, this guy is not even, that well known compared to other people. So I'm sure there are a lot of people getting even worse than he does.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
That concludes that one.
Next topic.
Next topic is one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard.
Ooh, that guy is funny looking. Am I going to get in trouble for that?
Yeah. Well, this is probably one of the musicians I respect the most on the planet. I mean, there are very few that I think I would put on the same level or even a little bit below him.
Yeah.
I think he's extremely creative. So we're talking about Devin Townsend here. Mm-hmm. That he's played with his band, David Townsend, and after that changed to Devin Townsend Project. He's played with Strapping Young Lad, and had guest appearances on a number of other ones. So he apparently wants $10 million. Tyson, are you going to give him the $10 million?
Who does he want $10 million from?
People.
Does it state that in here? Is it a crowdsourcing? Is it Kickstarter?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
So he wants $10 million, and you would ask why.
Why does he want $10 million?
And I'm going to tell you why right now. He wants to make a musical.
A musical?
A musical.
Like Wicked? Is that a musical?
I don't
Wizard
know.
of Oz?
Or Cats
Wicked.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look,
Maria!
I've never seen a musical in my life.
I did a musical. I did the Nutcracker in school.
I am from Europe. We don't take kindly to musicals.
West Side Story.
Whatever.
Musical.
So Grease or whatever was another one. Anyway, so you know what it's about? It's about penises, vaginas, and death.
Those are three topics for sure. Yeah, I mean, you got penises, vaginas, and then death. I don't understand where death comes in.
Well, you have to. There was a movie, The Prophecy. Have you seen it with Christopher Walken?
Yeah, great movie. All three of them with him in it.
Yeah, and there's one line in which he says, "I was the Prince of Death.
Yeah.
Now I die a little bit every day when I have the money." And he was talking about buying hookers. So he says that basically having sex is like called the little dying. Why? I don't know why.
That's crazy.
But I've seen a lot of people making connections between sex and death. I have no idea. So, Mr. Musical Wizard Devin Townsend is looking for a whole lot of money to compose a musical about a whole lot of penises, vaginas, and death, I guess. So the piece is tentatively called The Moth. Apparently he has spoken about this before. I've never heard it before.
I'd never heard him state it.
Calling the idea completely different from what he's doing with the Devin Townsend project. I guess so.
Wait, so it's going to be put out on CD? It's just maybe like a concept album?
Well, I don't think you need $10 million for a concept album.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I mean, that's a whole lot of cash to record an album.
You're going to lose your money there.
I know. So yeah, fans understand there's no creative realm too weird for Dev. I mean, yeah, he's a little unhinged, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I love his Ziltoid series, and
I haven't really seen much of his work or heard much of his work.
Oh my god, you have to.
Victor, you're from Romania, so, I mean, I'm assuming different music over there. They're a lot bigger over there. Is Devin Townsend Project huge over there, or?
Well, I wouldn't say huge, but
is he bigger over there than he is in America?
Well, in Europe, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I would say in Europe he's probably a bit bigger than the US.
Yeah.
But definitely he's not like one of the biggest bands or whatever. He's still a little bit niche, but
he's no Slayer.
A lot of people have heard of him. So yeah, they're talking about him having two conceptual pieces about an alien looking for planet's Earth. Gaze of cup of coffee.
That kind of strikes me as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, it's something in that vein, but it's
comedy.
especially the first album, Balzilto, I think is one of the greatest metal album of all time. Even though it's is like a comedy metal, but I think the music is absolutely astonishing.
Well, I see it talking about, just like you said, an alien looking for planet Earth's greatest cup of coffee. Where do penises come in?
Well, no, that's a different project.
Oh.
No, we're talking about him.
After all, weird. He did write 2 conceptual pieces about.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So his music.
This was his first weird thing that he did. Now this is the second weird thing that he did.
Okay, so the music albums were about an alien.
Yeah.
Okay, that is actually pretty weird.
And it turns out he himself
is the alien?
Ziltoid. Yeah, because he's dreaming this as he's sleeping. He's apparently an employee at Starbucks. And he's sleeping and dreaming all this shit up.
You really have to get into the music to understand where it's coming from.
The dude, this guy is awesome. Okay, so he says, "I'm here at Sony tonight." So there's your answer. He's not crowdfunding. He wants Sony to pay for it. So he's here at Sony tonight to pitch something I need $10 million for. The whole show is a metaphor of sex and power, and the idea of it all being related to some sort of god who's ultimately futile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's this symphony.
So it's gonna anger a lot of people as well, maybe.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Controversy.
Yeah.
A touch of controversy.
So it's this symphony with all this cocks and vagina and death. And it's gonna be so over the top with symphonies and choir. And it's got to include the best of the best. So that's why it's so effing expensive. Bleep. Yeah. So it started out just as being a symphony, but then I was like, I can't get $10 million to do a symphony. I need to make it like a musical with orchestras and choir.
Yeah. I don't. $10 million for a symphony? I mean, are they gonna tour? Are they gonna travel? Well, that would be the $2 million.
He says he wants the same production values as the Phantom of the Opera.
Okay, so that would be in one place, or they could do it on Broadway.
It probably wants to do it on Broadway or something. Actually, not being into musicals, but I would love to see what he comes up with.
Yeah, that might be pretty weird.
Yeah.
And interesting and entertaining and whatnot.
Yeah, so basically this is a story, so I'll be very interested to find out if he gets the money.
Yes.
I hope he does. And then if he gets the money, what comes out?
Yeah,
that's going to be...
Absolutely. We're going to keep you listeners, updated on that topic, so look forward to more episodes, and we're going to have more of Devin Townsend.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? All right.
The last story for today is a blast from the past, basically from my...
The Bald Head Wonder.
My childhood. I don't know, did you used to listen to Smashing Pumpkins?
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Mm-hmm. So, apparently Smashing Pumpkins are playing a reunion. And I'm not talking about... this guy, the vocalist, have been touring with his old songs.
Billy Corgan.
Yes, with his old songs.
The world is a vampire.
Sorry. With other musicians. So he hired getting the old guitarist, the original bassist.
Getting the group back together, the band of friends, the Goonies.
The drummer is already came back last year.
Yeah, but is that going to be a really huge difference? Because he, like you said, hired a bunch of musicians, and he's been touring at Smashing Pumpkins. So where's the wow value in this?
The wow value is that...
like diehard fans?
No, but they're probably going to release new songs.
Oh, that would be neat, yeah.
With the original lineup.
I would like them to go heavier.
Amazing. Well, you never know.
The new times, you know?
You never know. I mean, this is something that we need to watch for. But definitely is a very interesting development.
Those 2 songs that I sang were really the only ones I liked. Bullet with Butterfly Wings, and then the other one I was singing. So... I mean, I'm not a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan. Where I'm the biggest Smashing Pumpkin fans was a cover of Bullet with Butterfly Wings by Il Nino. They covered that song, and it sounded better than Billy Corgan singing it. Sorry, Billy Corgan, but I'm not a huge fan of your voice. I think it sounds whiny.
Well, yeah, but that was the whole... I mean, they used to be huge, and I think his voice was sufficiently different to the other people that were around at that time.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that was one of the reasons they were so big.
It was. And
it's one of those voices. If you hear half a word, you can immediately say, "Oh, it's that guy."
Yes, very much so. It's
So
very
that's
like AC/DC. You can tell that's his voice. But I just thought it came off as nasally, and I just didn't like it. I don't know. It's something like, have you ever had that band that just strikes the wrong chord with you?
Yeah.
Like Nickelback, per se.
Oh, God.
And
Yes.
I say half of that band's name, and you're like, oh, God. I don't know, why does everybody hate Nickelback? They did a study on that just Nickelback in general, like, it's a band that people love to hate. And I don't know why they love to hate them.
Well, in all
Their
fairness,
music's so generic, I guess.
in all fairness, I hate a lot of the bands that are similar to Nickelback as well.
Okay.
I didn't like the whole new rock thing.
Party rock, like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Like,
the whole thing seems
porn star dancing.
It was just not rock. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was rock.
I mean, I read the article that people love to hate Nickelback, and Nickelback did an interview one time, and they don't consider themselves a rock band, and he actually hates it when people call him rock, like call him in the genre of rock. So that lost me a lot of respect points with him. Just dissing the rock and roll field, I hate that. If you're a rocker, then own it, Don't fucking go around saying, I hate it when people call me a rocker. Like, really? That crowd is the people watching you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some people, when they get too famous, it screws them up badly.
Well, he can go marry Avril Lavigne all he wants. I don't like him. All right, next up on the Rock Channel is our interview with Impulsive. They are an alternative metal band hailing from Omaha, Nebraska. They are a 5-piece band. Victor and I once again had a chance to see them live. They really surprised us, that's for sure.
I really like them. Yes, I really like them.
Live sounds just like their album, and when you can do that, that's phenomenal. That means you've got something. That means keep going. That means don't give up.
And they also had pretty damn good stage presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were dynamic. They were in your face. They went through the set with no hitches whatsoever.
Yep. I liked their I wouldn't say backup vocals because he sang.
He didn't like that.
Yeah, he said.
I'm not backup vocals.
No. I asked that question because some people like to be considered backup vocals,
Yeah.
So I had heard the set and listened and saw that the guitarist had sang right along with the lead singers, so that's why I asked that question. And they do like to be considered both vocalists.
Yeah.
But I really liked the guitarist's vocals. He had the high notes, and then the lead singer had the rasp, skillet, in your face voice. Adam Gontier, the raspiness, and I just highly enjoyed it. They put on a hell of a set. Like I was telling them during the interview, I was fanboying out right in front of them, just taking some pictures. Dude, I felt like a little schoolgirl, man. Like, they did really good, and it's very hard for a band to turn my head like that. So, once again, they're a 5-piece band. We saw them live. They really surprised us. Well, not to give any away the details or spoilers, here's the interview with the Impulsive. Dude, like breaking Benjamin is like my idol. You sound like the motherfucker. Thank you. I was in fanboy mode up there. These are my boys from Omaha, the Impulsive. Check it out.
He's actually related to Ben.
No, I'm not. You look like him. Give me a sign.
We gotta cover Breaking Benjamin song.
You got to. You have to. And people would think if someone walking in,
Right?
that's Breaking Benjamin. Oh my God.
Right.
They would. Okay, this is just me normal. We're not even recording right now. Okay. All right.
No, we are recording it.
Are we?
Surprise!
Edit this shit.
I'll put it all on Facebook.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
How's it going, guys? This is
channel here in Kansas City. My name is Tyson. And I'm Victor. And this is
The Impulsive.
Oh!
Yeah.
And what is your name, sir?
Shane.
I'm Jake.
Jake, you're the lead singer, and you are the guitarist / backup singer, correct?
That's what you want to call it.
No, I would say dual vocals. Your vocals are right on point with his. Thanks, so you guys consider yourself dual vocalists?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. You know, some people are like dickheads and they're like,
It's whatever they want to call
he's
it.
just a backup vocalist.
We just have fun doing what we do.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. All right, first question, moving along. What is the meaning of your band name, Impulsive? What is it? Like, where did it contrive from?
Man, we've been rocking this thing for about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
It really started with the idea of, we have all these different influences, like, because our original bass player who wasn't here tonight.
I want to know that. Sorry. I want to know that.
Overall, member by member, I'm a big Metallica guy, and I love Breaking Benjamin as well.
Thank you.
This is the lead singer of Breaking Benjamin right here.
It's Benjamin Burnley right here. BBB. Sorry.
I got way too many to list, but I mean, you got 3 Days Grace is my top number one. Breaking Benjamin, of course. Papa Roach, Skillet, so many.
Yeah. And they got our drummer who's got Avenged Sevenfold, our lead guitarist. He's a huge Pantera guy. And what is it? Our bassist Mike. He's into the Chili Peppers and 311, the funk stuff. So we're all across the board, and somehow all those ingredients melt together to make the Impulsive.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's like exactly the thing that me and my drummer here want to do if we ever did a side project. We want to melt together everything. Dude, we want to do a fucking, a country song right in the middle of the fucking set just to throw people off.
Yeah.
And then throw a scream right in the middle of a Garth Brooks song. Why not? Why not blend everything together?
Play with another drummer. Love it.
Exactly. Okay.
Just really quick, another reason for the name is that, we got all these rock bands out there, and they might have a great sound, but all their songs might sound the same. So we want to stray away from that a little bit.
Which Breaking Benjamin tends to do.
Yeah, so we want to sound a little bit different with each song. So,
and I noticed you did, because you did one that sounded more poppy, and then one that sounded straight in your face fucking metal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's hard to do. It's hard to go from a scream. Being a vocalist, it's hard to go from a scream to a soft melody.
Yeah,
it's very hard to do. You have to train your voice to do it. And a lot of people think, it's just so easy to get on stage, and they're the bands that don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Honestly. So, but you guys are fucking great. You guys are going somewhere. I hear your sound. Like I said, I was fanboying you. Dude, you guys are fucking phenomenal.
Thank you, man.
Okay,
So how did you guys get together?
Man, we had a different name a long time ago. It was kind of a garage band kind of a thing. It was in high school. I contacted a drummer at the time.
Is that Omaha? Sorry.
Yeah, back in Omaha. And we were playing at a bar in a town right by Omaha with Mike, and that's where we met Jake. And then soon after that, our bassist Mike came along. And a couple years down the road, we found a new drummer, and we added a lead guitarist, and a couple member changes, but we're really happy with what we got right now with the 5 guys.
All right, next question. What are your top? We're gonna skip that down a little bit. What are your top 3 bands? We're gonna go with you first.
Like my top 3 favorite bands?
Yes. It could be now, could be they're dead, could be they're alive.
3 Days Grace, number 1.
Awesome.
Breaking Benjamin.
Original lead singer or new lead singer?
Original. That's not even a question, bruh.
Adam Gontier.
Yes.
You watched the live show he did. I only watched it on the DVD where he influenced, what was it? Hey Man, Best Shot. Filter. And then he broke it into his song. He did Hey Man, Best Shot, and then, god damn, you gotta watch that live video.
I think I have seen it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where at the very end of the show, they influenced Filter, Hey Man, Nice Shot, and then they...
Ryan.
Home.
Totally good.
Yeah.
They did Hey Man, Nice Shot, and then they influenced it into Home.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, dude. Fucking.
Yeah, I gotta recheck. I know I started watching it, but I don't quite remember it.
I watch it, I study it. Like being a vocalist, I study things.
Yeah.
And people are always like, how do you know the lyrics? What I do, But no, look that up if you haven't seen it. It's fucking phenomenal. All right, 3 Days Grace.
3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, and then I say probably Papa Roach. It's I've got so many influences and
Okay,
stuff
but do you think, and I might get in
seen a lot of his interviews or anything like that. Everything I've heard.
He's stuck up here, but yet then again, I can't judge. I haven't met him.
I used to work at a radio station, and the people I work with have met him. Everyone loves him. He might come off as a dick because he's sarcastic as hell. I haven't met him, but everyone that I've met that has,
I guess
he
people
says
that
he's
would
sarcastic.
think that I would come off sarcastic because I'm really excited.
They might think you're an ass, but you're an awesome guy, right?
Like they haven't met me, but they see me, and I'm like all over the place. It might be the same
Yeah,
thing.
a lot of people think
I know, and I still think you're an ass, so it's fine. It's fine. Just kidding.
But no. That's awesome. I love their music though. Like every single fucking Last Resort came out when he was fatter. He was very fatter. But no, dude, that fucking Broken Home.
Oh yeah.
Last Resort. That shit was in your face. New metal. That's what we called it at the time. New metal. But okay, who is your idol, sir?
Probably Adam Gontier.
Gantier. Why is that?
Well, there was this girl that I thought was the one.
Okay. You thought wrong, sir.
I thought wrong. Boy, did I thought wrong. Anyways, we were involved with each other, on and off for like six or 7 years.
Yeah.
And it's just like the lyrics that he wrote just spoke to me.
Resonated with every single situation you guys had.
Absolutely, yeah. And so I have a very personal relationship with the music that he writes.
That one song. That She
It's
was the first to say
I love that song,
we
absolutely.
were not okay.
yeah. That's a great fucking song.
I love that song, dude. I can listen to that song, and I tell you what, a fucking tear will shed, dude.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me.
Oh, he's so
I can't say it now.
sensitive.
Shut the fuck up. No, Adam Gontier, dude. I totally give you props for that.
Yeah.
fucking person.
Is it? Everybody says it's either Gontier or Gontier, so I don't.
I say
know.
Gontier because it fucking sounds French to me. Sounds French to me. What would you say?
I don't know, honestly. I say Gontier just because that's the way it sounds in my head. So.
Tier, T-I-E-R, Tier. That's how I fucking say it. Fuck anybody else, If they don't like it, go fuck themselves. But anyway, alright, we gotta finish this up because we do have this shit, but we would love to get you guys at our studio in Topeka if you guys can come down sometime to do a full band interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys would love that. I mean,
I would love that, yeah.
Dude,
We'll be back down here another time, so we'll hit
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get your information after this interview and get you guys down there in the studio with your banner in the backdrop and fucking get you guys on the actual podcast. Like
That would be great.
rocking it, dude.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
so we're gonna skip down here. We have to ask one more question though. Actually, two more. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Is that 3 for 3?
Jesus Christ.
Is that 3 for 3?
I'm beat. Okay, fine.
I think Star Trek is more of an older generation.
Okay,
No
I like
offense,
the
but-
movies. The new movies, they're good.
I saw one. It was interesting, but I just think
It was interesting.
it maybe just Star Wars is the more generic answer. But I feel like I like
Dude, I
Star
love
Wars
Star
better.
Wars, and we've had a debate. And he's like, no, everybody's gonna like Star Trek. No. Sorry, man. 3 for 3.
If you want special effects, Star Wars. If you want actual story, Star Trek.
The
I
plot.
guess so.
No,
We'll go with
Vader.
Okay,
alliteration.
last question. Move
All right,
on.
last question. Sorry.
Move on.
This, we actually end every episode of our podcast with this question. What is your crazy one-time story? You could be a fan in the crowd at a concert. You could be on stage. You could be on the tour bus. You could be anything. What is the craziest one-time story you've ever fucking had? It could be fucking bending someone over in the bathroom. It could be,
Okay,
I
no.
don't- yeah, there you go. Okay,
Okay,
mine rolling.
okay.
Okay.
So we had one show we played at the Pastafarian Church.
Okay, where at?
That is in Norman, Oklahoma.
I'm from Oklahoma, by the way. I'm from right by Ponca City, if you've ever heard of that.
Yeah, this was our first time down there, and there's this chick there that hadn't heard us before, and she just absolutely fucking loved us.
Digging it. Was she mosh pit and shit?
She was getting into it.
Dude, yeah.
But she, after we were done playing, she just would not leave me and the drummer alone.
Yeah.
Like, she couldn't make up her mind.
Okay.
And so she came over to me. I think she made up her mind finally.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, hey.
Of course, lead singer.
Why don't you show me where the bathroom is? I knew where the bathroom was, but.
Whoa. Have you ever seen?
So she's like, oh yeah, okay. So she takes me back to the back room, and she points way back there. Yeah, it's back there. I said, well, I can't see it. Can you walk me back there?
Yeah.
So we walk back there together, and so I'm trying to be smooth, and I start, I take her by the waist and kind of start walking into the bathroom, and she goes, I'm not going in there with you. So I go, okay, and I slam the door in her face, and then I take a piss.
So you didn't get laid?
No. She was just a gigantic tease.
That's it.
That's it.
She was wanting attention from you. That's it. When you were wanting the ass.
Yeah.
Lay it down, man.
All right, guys.
I dropped
By the way. No, one more. One-time story. Quickly, if you can.
My one-time story, it wasn't for me. It's not sexual, but we're going to go our last tour over the summer down to Texas. We went and got gas, right?
That was amazing.
Our safe is in the trailer.
Yeah.
So our bassist goes ahead and gets the money out of the safe to put in the gas tank.
Yeah.
We do our stuff, gas gets loaded up, we take off. About 2 hours later, someone pulls up next to us to tell us our trailer is wide open. Our bassist didn't lock the trailer.
What about the safe?
Here's the thing. It was wide open.
Yeah.
Nothing moved. We are that good at Tetris, putting everything in the trailer that nothing moved, and it was wide open on the interstate for 2 hours.
That's lucky.
On the interstate.
On the interstate.
And the door open, going down 75.
Yeah.
Yep.
Miles per hour, fucking shit. flying.
Everything's right there. Merch could have been gone. Money could have been gone.
I would have been like fast.
Yeah,
Pulling up beside
absolutely. Yeah.
Shit out.
I had the worst anxiety, so I was freaking out, but everything worked out just fine.
Yeah, we were lucky. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys are fucking amazing. I want to say thank you so much for having this interview with us, and we look forward to having a longer interview with you guys at the studio.
Me too. Hey, absolutely.
The Impulsive, guys.
Absolutely. And
The Impulsive.
before we head off,
Right here.
yeah, we've got all this stuff on our website.
Yeah, let's see it.
TheImpulsiveOfficial.com.
TheImpulsiveOfficial.com.
And that's our new album, Battle Worn.
Battle War.
Yeah, feel free to check it out. TheImpulsiveOfficial.com.
Everybody, why don't you just have that?
Do we get the press kit? No! A shirt, sticker, and that?
Yep.
Alright, cool, man. Hey,
Watching the Rock Channel.
The Rock Channel.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Rock Channel.
Boom.
Okay, so that was the interview with the band called Impulsive from Omaha, Nebraska. Sorry, Omaha, Japan.
Oh, come on.
So Omaha, Nebraska. If you like what you heard and you want to check out the band, you can look them up at Facebook at The Impulsive Official. And also check out them on Reverb Nation. I also think they have an album out, right? Yep. It's called
Battle Worn.
Battle Worn.
By The Impulsive.
Which you can find at their official site, which is www.theimpulsiveofficial.com.
I like the album. I like the look of it. I like on the back there's like a person that looks like they're like in a post-apocalyptic like Mad Max style with the backpack on, and he's got a bloody knife in his hand. I really like that album.
Can't talk today for some reason.
No, we can't. I gotta stuff them in my mouth.
All right, so this concludes this part. What's our next part?
Okay, that moves us on to our next segment called Crazy One-Time Stories, which I hope you liked what the Impulsive lead singer just had to say. That was a crazy one-time story with a crazy drunken fan, don't you think?
Yeah, crazy.
All right, okay, to start things off, I have a crazy one-time story myself. Actually, until we start getting letters emailed to us, I think it would be relative for us, the host, to tell you guys, the listeners, a couple crazy one-time stories of our own. So, all right, well, there I was in Phoenix, Arizona, at a venue called Club Red. I was opening for a band called Kill Devil Hill, which is members of Pantera.
And you were with Prophet Zero?
Prophet Zero at the time. I was not feeling well already that day, so when the night came along and it was time for me to perform, I felt worse. Anyways, I got on stage like a true rock star.
Whatever.
And midway through my third song, I blacked out on stage, literally. This was very, very weird, but I remember it distinctly. I started to fall. So, like, I'm literally going down, mic up to my mouth, doing a long note, right, and not feeling well, so my lungs didn't handle the capacity. I started to fall over. I woke right before I actually fell and caught my balance with my left leg going forward. So it looked like I bent over at my hip. It looked like I was headbanging, but literally I was going to fall and faceplant.
So you didn't fall?
I didn't.
You lied.
I half fell.
You half
fell. The story could have been a lot worse. I could have actually faceplanted right there on stage. But that would have been very bad and very embarrassing, needless to say. But people that actually knew my music knew that something had happened. Well, that was my crazy... What's that?
You even half-assed a fall.
I know, right?
You're incorrigible.
But that was my crazy one-time story. Victor, do you got one? What's your crazy one-time story?
Many one-time stories.
Bust it out. Don't just stand there. Bust
All
the move.
right. So this one time,
Crazy.
there I was in Romania.
You're supposed to say, this is crazy, and here's my one-time story.
It's not crazy yet. It's getting there. So
okay.
Back in Romania, touring with my band Dies Irae, which then actually changed its name to Organism.
Yeah.
Which was still my longest standing band. I was with them for 20 years.
Organism?
Organism.
Okay.
Yes. So we're playing this venue in the north of the country, and it's like a
What country?
Romania.
Okay.
I just told you.
I thought you said north of the country, like a different country.
No. So it was like a mini festival.
Yeah.
So there were, I think, about 5 bands that were playing, but they were like from all over the country. And we were supposed to play there, and they were supposed to have the drum set there. We would only bring the cymbals, the bass pedal, and the snare. But the guys who were supposed to bring the drum set didn't.
Yeah.
So we ended up being at the night of the show there with like 5 band looking at an empty stage, basically, with no drum set.
Are you serious?
Yes. So the organizer is like, oh, okay, I know this dude. He can bring me a drum set quick. So he calls this one guy, and like maybe 20 minutes later, this weird looking guy comes in with a drum set. Now this is something I've never seen in my life. That guy made a drum set by hand.
What?
Himself.
What?
Dude, I have pictures of this. I will post them on Facebook later on. They're freaking amazing.
Who made the drum set?
This dude that brought the drums.
Okay.
He was I think a gypsy, a Romanian gypsy.
An engineer. Is that what we're calling gypsies nowadays?
No.
Engineers,
so
gypsies.
If that guy was an engineer, but it was, everything was, there was nothing bought there. Even the drum heads were freaking pieces of plastic that were, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. They sounded okay for how they looked. He had to
play this.
It was like the drums were made of tin that he like had to cut into so he could flange them around to put the drum hand on. The hi-hat stand was just this metal post that didn't have any legs, so we had to rotate. For each band, another band's drummer was supposed to sit there and hold the hi-hat stand up because it didn't have any legs. It was the most surreal experience of my life.
All bands had to play
Yes,
this?
all bands had to play on that freaky
Why didn't
looking
everybody
drum set.
bring their drum sets?
Because that was the deal. We were supposed to. It wasn't on on anybody's tour or anything.
Yeah.
We took
So
time
they were
away.
providing everything.
Yeah, we took time away from that And we said, okay, we'll bring just the bare minimum we could carry with us. We didn't have, we couldn't get a hold of, the trailers and everything. So it's okay, we can do this quickly, but we just bring whatever we can carry, which was cymbals, snare drum, and drum pedal.
I've got
plus
to say,
guitars and whatever.
That tops my one-time story. Wow, Victor. You played with a shoddy drum set.
Yeah.
But not too shoddy. This guy was a godsend.
Yeah, it was very decent. One of the...
You have pictures, you said?
Yes. One of the cymbal stands was unfortunately so thin. The pipe was so thin that every time I was hitting it, it would bend a little bit away from me. So I had to bend it back in between songs.
Just to let you listeners know, we're going to post, once our website's up and going, we're going to post a picture when Victor finds it of that drum set.
I think I have 2 of them, but I have to look for them. I hope I can find them. I think I have them because I've seen them before when I moved here and everything.
Wow.
But yeah, just absolutely amazing.
That's a fucking crazy one-time story. I'm going to also post a picture of the night that I passed out on stage. And until then,
passed out.
Passed out. Every crazy one-time story, we're going to try to get pictures posted up for you guys. Victor, that was an awesome, crazy one-time story. I've got to throw it to you, man. That's fabulous. Okay. Now we are going to do new artists coming out or just heard about, where they're from, what albums they have, and whatnot. Do you have one for us?
Of course I do. Did I ever let you down?
Couple times.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Asshole.
Okay, so I've actually found a really interesting band from Iceland.
Oh, yeah?
Do you even know where Iceland is?
I don't. Wait, Iceland's green, Greenland's ice.
Whatever.
Is that right?
So, the name of the band is Continuum.
Continuum. I'm going to look it up as you're talking. Go ahead.
Fine, look it up. So, this band is sort of a post-rock melodic band. It's a fairly weird thing.
Okay.
They have 2 albums, and the last one is called Kyr. I think Kyrr, and it was released in 2015, and I can't wait for the new one.
Awesome.
They're amazing. The soundscapes are just amazing. I have to look up and see, but anyway.
Okay. One band that I have been listening to and digging for the past, I would say, 3 months or so is From Ashes to New. They are a band from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They have 2 albums. One is a self-titled album, and the other one is called Day One. Their single breakout hit is called Through It All. Well, From Ashes to New, it was something new that I needed. The other breakout is called My Fight, which might give you a different look on them. They got the rap, they got the metal, they got the crushing vocals, they got
it actually doesn't sound bad at all. Yeah.
So that is the band From Ashes to New. They have the 2 albums, like I said. The second album is called Day One, with the singles My Fight and Through It All. All right, well, that just about wraps it up for our second episode. Thanks for listening and tuning in, and you can email us at rockchannel.net@gmail.com to simply just write us or write in your crazy one-time story. Or you can record it and email it that way. You can also like us on Facebook. Look up all these episodes and interviews on our YouTube channel as well, and follow us on Twitter at rockchannel_net. Anything will help us bring you the best in rock and roll entertainment and podcasting. Until next time, you crazy mamma jammas, I'm Tyson.
And I'm Victor.
Rock on, guys.
This is the Rock Channel signing out.